Hey everyone, how are y'all? Shishi, how are you? Betty Joe, how are you? Scott, how are you feeling? Avery, how are you? All right, y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up, put your chat on live chat. Hold on, y'all. All of my stuff on here real quick. All right, what happens if I put my chat on live chat? Avery, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm still waiting for that information that I asked you about earlier.
Wait,
you
wait.
are, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the list, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll message. I'll message you.
Okay.
Okay.
Samphone, PCP, Dr. Friday early. Scott, I hope everything goes good with that doctor's appointment.
Wait, what did he say? I missed it.
He said, I'm fine. PCP doctor Friday morning early.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hope it goes well too.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to fix the cover on my chair. Something's not right with it.
I gotta go see my PCP tomorrow. Ugh.
Oh, shit. My damn cord is hitting the mic and everything else.
You sound really good. Like this is the best I've heard you in a a long time.
Um, Thank
You're
you.
clear. You're there's no like cutting in and out. You're clear. You're
Oh, that's because I've got my computer is now hardwired.
oh
And so I don't, did I tell y'all the other day that I figured out what my internet problem was?
yeah. You said you did, but I didn't see what it was that you found out.
Okay, so damn it, my damn, hold on, my headset cord keeps hitting the mic. Anyway, so I got to looking on the back of my box the other day, and the cord that plugs into the back of the box, but then also plugs into the wall for like
Mhm,
the internet part of it, the part that plugs into the back of the box, the little that little hard plastic piece that plugs into it, where
mhm,
and the wires go into that little plastic piece.
mhm.
Some of the wires had broken and came out of the little plastic piece.
Oh,
So I called the phone company this morning and told them what I needed, and the lady was like, "Okay, I'll have them ready, sitting for you at the front desk. Just come get them sometime today." I was like, "Okay." So
well,
I got the new
that
cord for
explains
that.
it.
Right, because the Ethernet cord that I had that I would use to hardwire the computer, it didn't work at all. It finally just stopped. And so I told her I needed an Ethernet cord also, and she's like, "Okay, I'll put that up there for you. Cords will be up there. Just come get them whenever you want." Like, okay. Hey, Vapor, how are you? So that's what I
So
did.
it turned out to be such a
Just
simple fix.
yeah, that I
Don't
was.
you hate that when something is like aggravating you and you can't figure out what the heck is going on, and then it's like the simplest thing, and you're like, why
Yeah,
didn't
but
I just see this the first
well,
time?
Vapor, I'm doing good, thank you. Like I told the lady this morning, I was like, "Y'all always want my money on time for my bill, but my internet's crappy, and y'all know that I work at night mostly. I mean, I
Yeah.
do some work during the day, but most of my work is done at night. And y'all are either doing updates when I'm trying to work, or my internet's going in and out. And like, I need my internet turned all the way up." So she said it was all the way up, but it was slow. They could see that there was some issues that was causing it to be slow. We'll kind of find out it was a damn cord.
Wow.
So
Isn't that something?
yeah.
Well, thank God it's fixed because you do sound really good.
Oh yeah, that's that among other things. But
Oh, your headache, and how's that?
it finally. So what's today? Thursday. Um, oh shit, hold on, let me put my phone down. Um, see, Tuesday went to the doctor. Wednesday, it was kind of, yesterday, it was kind of lingering a little bit.
Hmm.
Like just enough there that I knew that it was there. By yesterday afternoon, it was pretty much gone.
Well, good.
And I ended up going to sleep for a couple of hours. When I woke up, it was completely gone. And then today, I haven't had any issues. I was actually able to eat today. So that was also a
Well,
good thing.
last night I had a headache so bad. Like this is the worst headache I think I've ever had, ever.
Hmm.
Um, and it didn't matter like which way I laid my head on the pillow. I turned all the lights off. I mean, it was throbbing and it was
Hmm.
hurting in the back of my head, like
So
the
you,
whole back.
like,
So
where
finally,
your neck and stuff is?
no, it was up higher.
Oh, okay.
So finally, I get up and I go into the kitchen looking for, something to take.
Hmm.
And my nose starts bleeding.
Oh,
I have
Lord.
never in my life had a nosebleed ever. But Jaden has them
Right.
all the time, right? So I'm
Hmm.
like, what in the heck? Like that was weird for me because I've never ever had a nosebleed. Well, it just so happened that today is the day that the people were coming to do like this assessment, trying to figure out why my electric bills are so high. And they were going up into the attic to see if the some of the ductwork is disconnected or has a hole or something like that. Because my electric bill has been like $700-800. So they come back down and they tell me the entire system, everything up there. And this
Uh,
goes back from when my roof was torn off from a storm a few years ago and all the rain came in. It's full of black mold,
girl,
completely full of black mold.
you and Jaden are gonna have to move out of the house, and they're gonna have to come in
Yes.
and get all that out.
We have
Betty Joe, how are
everything.
you?
Hey, Betty Joe.
Good.
Yeah, we have everything right now is off. Um, and all the vents, everything is sealed. Right now I'm running two window units in the bedrooms, but yeah, we have to leave.
Yeah,
It's
you're gonna
bad.
be out of your house for probably a few months.
It's
Well,
bad.
because they're gonna have to tear down probably all of your walls. They're going to section everything off with that. What is that? That plastic or whatever
Yeah.
to get it all out.
So,
And
and this is the best part. You want to hear the best part?
oh,
Homeowners insurance isn't covering it.
oh, that sucks. Hey, Christy. Musical, how are you? Musical said you also need to find the moisture source that is creating the mold.
Well, it's from, so it was like, what, 2 or 3 years ago? We had a storm come through and a tree went across the back of my house and it went over my roof and it pulled the roof up and
Hmm.
tons of rain come pouring in to the attic, and everything. Well, my insurance company, they paid for a whole new roof, but nobody ever even mentioned to me anything about water possibly being in the attic. I just assumed it dries on its own. I don't know. I just never thought about it. Well, I guess that's what started the mold and then it's like growing on its own, but those people come out of there fast because they said it is black mold.
Girl, and you and Jaden have been living in that.
And now I'm wondering if that's because, he gets the nosebleeds all the time. This is my
Yeah,
first time ever having a nosebleed. So
yeah,
that
that's
was last night. Yeah. So I'm just so over this house. You have no idea.
so they didn't tell you that y'all should have went right then and got out of the house?
So I had to pay for this. They ended up, it's called oh God, what is the name of that company? It starts with the R. Re- Uh, restoration. No, not is it restoration? What is something remediation? I don't know. They came in and they put all kinds of plastic up there and sealed off the vents and everything.
Uh-huh.
And the air conditioner is off. The attic fan is off. So they basically like it's trapped up in the attic right now. It's not flowing through the house, but that's just a temporary. That's just a temporary thing.
Yeah. Hey, the ugly truckling. How are you?
Hey, ugly Chucklin. So yeah, I will be leaving soon.
Yeah,
Crazy.
y'all are for sure gonna have to. Hey, 9 millimeter. How are you? Especially with Jaden being sick.
Yeah,
Yes, girl. And just think, if y'all get all of that taken care of, hey, Sally Mae, he might start feeling better.
yeah. It's gonna depend on what it costs because they were talking an amount that
Oh, yeah.
nearly made me shit myself.
Yeah, it's going to
It's
cost a lot.
more it's more than what
Excuse me.
I owe on the house.
That
So
is
I was
crazy.
like, what? Yeah.
I can't believe the insurance doesn't cover it.
No, because they said it's um pre-existing or whatever they call that.
Yeah.
Uh yeah. So I'm just like, whatever. So tomorrow somebody's coming to look underneath the house in the crawl space to see because they're thinking there's moisture down there, so they're thinking it's probably down there too. And I'm just,
Oh, that is crazy.
yeah,
Sally Mae, yes, I know King Scarlet is late once again. So as soon as you see her come in, give her the chair in her tardy slip.
she's working out, I think.
That was 2 hours ago.
Oh, she works out for a long time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
she might still be.
I seen her food earlier that she was getting at the grocery store. She took a picture of it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I seen those pineapples. I was like, ooh, I want those pineapples.
Yeah. Betty Joe, how are you?
Good.
Hi, Betty Joe.
Hello.
You
What's
have
wrong with
not.
you?
I don't know. She don't. Oh my god. She don't sound like her normal self.
I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm
And,
good.
and you wasn't in Discord all day today.
yeah. Where you been, woman?
Um, Busy with this booger head over here.
Don't
Heck
you call
now.
her that.
Just on. How are you?
She's the sweetest. She's not a
Yeah.
booger
She's so
head.
sweet. Yep. She's so sweet.
She is. There is absolutely nothing wrong with her. Just Dawn says, I'm late. I got glued to watching a Metallica video in 1991 and it was epic.
I love Just Dawn. She's so funny.
Um, who was that in Discord earlier that was having the bad weather? Did they ever come back in and say if they were
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, Jamie, and she said that they, yes, they're all good. They ended up having really large hail, but they're all good. They're safe. Everybody's good.
Okay, I might have seen that.
Avery, I would look into your insurance company because they're wrong.
That's what I was like. I don't
Because
understand
it will
it.
cover it will cover accidental water damage from a
Yeah,
washing machine, from a
but
spring
they're
leak, from
but
a
they're saying
leaking
that
roof.
they're saying I should have had it done whenever the roof was ripped off, but nobody ever told me.
Yeah, no, you might
Okay,
want.
well, okay, how long after the tree fell did you have the roof redone?
Oh, it was immediate because
Okay, so there wouldn't have been any black mold at that point.
No.
yeah, but they're saying that the water.
Oh,
They're
okay,
saying
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
they're saying that they told me that I was supposed to have a what is the name of that company? I cannot. It's called where they come in and they dry everything up and what the heck are they called? Anyhow, I guess I was supposed to have
I,
that done, but
I think
I
it's
Serpro. It's called Serpro. they come in to dry everything and clean everything, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't remember ever being told that.
But the mold ain't gonna happen right away.
Yep,
If
they're
they
saying
didn't
the mold
fix,
wouldn't. They're
if
saying
they
the
didn't
mold wouldn't have
fix,
happened. Period. If I would have done what I was supposed to do. So they're putting it on neglect on me.
no, no, they're full of shit. They're full of shit. Even though they were supposed to come in and dry everything. Serpro sucks. I'm gonna let you know that right now, because when they did this house, they had fans that were
hmm
supposed to be blowing in this house, underneath and on in the house.
hmm
They didn't even have them turned on or hooked up. But my daughter's insurance company got charged for it.
Wow.
There's got
Well,
to be something you can do about it.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna fight it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if they didn't fix the roof the way they were supposed to fix the roof, and water got into, and that's why you have black mold, your insurance company has to pay for it, because it even says it. If it's caused by a leaky washer, a leaky spring, a leaky pipe,
Yeah.
roof damage, it's covered under the insurance company.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to um utilize my sister's legal services at her job to do the right letters and stuff to the insurance company.
Yeah, because they're trying to screw you over.
9 millimeter. That's fine. If you fall asleep, girl, go on to sleep.
You're still gonna probably have to move out of there for a few months, but
Yeah. And then my sister told me today, she's like, that explains why you like constantly have like allergies and I'm always having to clear my throat
yeah,
and I
black
have this
will cause that.
yeah. And I mean I know anyhow. Uh
But if they caught it in time, or if you caught it in time, it could be just in the attic.
yeah. Well,
Hopefully,
they're coming
that's
back to look underneath the house,
Well,
but
they can test the walls because they did it here,
mhm,
because where the house, they would come in and try to dry shit and all that, and it would sit,
yeah.
it would rain. I mean, they couldn't do it. The construction workers couldn't do anything until it was already dried out and stuff. They have a thing that they can come in and test the walls and make sure there ain't no black mold in the walls, because that's what they did here.
Damn. I didn't
Hey,
even think about the
Colleen, how are
wall.
you? Okay. 9 millimeter says you need remediation for all the mold. Insurance should have to pay for it. It is a
That's it.
huge health hazard.
Remediation. That is the word I keep trying to remember. Yep. That's it. Remediation.
But your insurance company, they have, if it's caused by, because it's storm damage, and if your roof was replaced by the insurance company,
Yeah.
and whoever replaced it didn't know that water was going inside,
No,
when they're
they knew. They knew because
catch all that.
we had in the meantime while I was waiting, for the check to come and everything from the insurance company to get the roof done, me and my neighbors had to go up
Mhm.
there and put tarp over the roof and nail down 2x4s
Mm-hmm.
to hold the tarp down because it was literally open holes straight into the attic. Like you could,
Yeah,
yeah, and
that's how it was here.
it was pouring rain, um, because it was monsoon season, of course. So
Because like when they cut,
she didn't even say. She didn't even say hurricane season.
because when they cut into the walls here and the roof here, they had to do the same thing. They had to board up
Oh God.
the wall. They had to put tarps over the roof until they could get it all taken care of.
isn't monsoon season the same thing as hurricane season?
No,
No.
Yeah, yes, I think so, but we don't call them monsoons here.
no, we caught a hurricane.
See, I guess I'm telling you, I still mix up West Coast South.
Did you just wait? Did you just say you mix up West Coast and the South?
I do. You know what? People
Okay,
laugh.
okay,
People,
wait. Hold on. That is what you call the opposite direction.
Yes.
I'm saying we say monsoon on the West Coast, and like people here still pick on me because I still call the interstate the freeway, and
We ain't got no freeways here.
every time I'm like, you got to get on the freeway, and go north, such and such miles, and they're like, what's a freeway? And I'm like, the fucking interstate.
Oh my God, y'all. Okay. If we
We-
ever go on a road trip together, Avery, I have to drive.
I feel
Oh my God.
Scarlett driving.
You would, Betty Joe?
I said I think I would feel safer with Scarlett driving.
Because if you tell me to get on the freeway, I'm not going to know what the hell you're talking about. Oh my God.
Yep.
How have you been driving, Avery?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, on the West Coast, we don't call it the interstate. We call it the freeway.
Okay, well, Courtney says she agrees with you. It is a freeway. But Courtney, you were from the north.
See?
People in the
I'm
south
from
do
the
not.
north. I'm up north, from up
Yep.
north. I call
Okay.
it a freaking highway.
A highway?
Yeah,
It's not.
interstate highway. It's a fucking.
Wait. Interstate and a highway are two different things.
No, it's not.
Yes. The interstate isn't a highway.
Okay, listen. You call what you want, and I call what I want. Or I'm gonna have to get this baby on you.
Okay, she's not going to do a thing to her Auntie Scarlett, and you know that. Courtney, I thought you were from Oregon.
In fact, you have to take the Highway 14 to get to the interstate. Don't think of it.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
The
Okay.
ugly chocolate, I got you.
And
You know
then
what I call
sometime
it?
in,
You want to know
sometime
what
in,
I call it? 95 and 85, because that's the interstate.
and then somewhere in Texas, it becomes a freeway.
No, I think Texas is still the interstate.
I think West Texas, they call it a freeway. I don't know.
Elsie, we have streets, roads, avenues, and I think there's a boulevard in there somewhere. But I know we have interstates, and then we have highways,
Oh,
and then
I
we
just
got
call it a road.
and then we got the back roads.
What's the fucking mosquitoes? Jesus.
You swallow one, did you?
No, that one just bit me near my armpit.
Who's typing in the
I
back?
hate these things.
I have no idea. I wasn't even looking at StreamYard.
What? Who is that?
I don't know. That's what I asked you guys.
North, I meant south, I meant west. In her defense, it's a road. What the fuck is this person? They must have been backstage and I didn't see them.
Who
I
is?
don't know who that is.
I've never seen them before.
Nope, never
At
seen
least-
that name before.
At least they're taking up for me, whoever you are.
They're just trying to get in your good graces.
Okay, Jamie says only if it's just a highway that goes through town. However, an interstate is an interstate in Texas. See, I told y'all, interstates go all the way through Texas, not the freeway.
Where I'm originally from, we didn't have any highways.
Good Lord.
We just had roads.
We're a mess.
The
Until
ugly
you
chuckling
got-
said,
Until you got on 55, that was Route 55. That's what it was called, Route 55.
well,
wasn't
the
really a
ugly
highway
chuckling says Scarlett had men in her life. I actually had a lot of the men, my dad, grandfathers, and all that were truck drivers, so that's where my sense of direction came from. And she lived it. Damn it! I don't know what happened to you other ladies.
How rude.
Oh my god!
Well, anyway.
A friend in Birmingham that calls the interstate a freeway. We didn't know what he was. I'm telling you, tell me get on the freeway. I'm not gonna know what you're talking about. You got to tell me the
Oh.
interstate.
For the longest time, when I moved to Alabama, I swear took me about 5 years to quit saying freeway.
But yet here you are in 2025 still saying it.
Ah, hold on, I'm lighting my $15 candle because these bastards are fierce.
So
Ooh.
we have bypasses here too, 9mm.
You want to drive some of these back road hillbilly drunk.
Oh yeah, we have bypasses.
Wait, Betty Jo, did you say you should drive some of these back roads really drunk?
No, that's the way some of these back roads are here.
That's
Feels
what
like
the
they were
back.
drunk.
But that's
Feels
what
like
the
they were
back roads
drunk
are
when they
used
made
for. That's what the back roads are used for, though.
No, but
That's
that's what
when you get home from the bar.
you're right.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying you ride these back roads here.
Not that
It
I would ever
feels
do
like
that.
somebody that was drinking made them.
They probably did.
Ours is like that. Ours are like really, really bad.
Ours are really curvy
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
ditches on both sides.
Yeah, ours is curvy, but we have a lot of holes in our roads around here because
Well,
we
yeah,
have.
we do too.
Yeah, and they don't want to fix them.
No. God forbid if they did that.
Come on. I'm about to just take myself inside. You guys are gonna have to hear Jaden's loud now.
9mm. I have drove through Atlanta on the interstate going to New Jersey. Did not like it.
Oh, I hate Atlanta traffic.
And I refuse to drive in Dallas. Refuse it.
The people in Atlanta are almost as bad as the people in LA. Almost. I mean, they come close. They come pretty close. Birmingham, you're good. Just don't hit your brakes.
Just don't hit your brakes.
Don't hit your brakes. And you can't be bothering using turn signals, because if you take your attention, like, away from the road for even a second, even just to think to put your turn signal on, then somebody's gonna hit you.
Well, nobody around here uses turn signals either.
I do.
I sit around here.
20 feet before the stop sign. 10 feet before 10 feet before the stop sign. Always 10 seconds before planning to change a lane.
Avery never stops.
I didn't take my driving course in Louisiana. I didn't get my license here. So whenever I came back here, all I had to do was go tell them I wanted to change my license to Louisiana, and that was it.
Yeah. When I moved from Jersey to here, that's all I had to do too.
She said, "I never stop."
No, I'm saying, she said, when Scarlett said she wasn't talking about Alabama.
No, I said I was talking about here.
Oh yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Straight on talking.
Well, I was in a moment.
I was
yeah, meanie.
Okay, so Sally Mae is wanting to know what true crime stuff we are talking about tonight.
Right now we're talking about roads. That's true crime. No, I'm just kidding.
Never was dropping.
The way they make these roads, you'd think it was true crime.
The roads here are really bad too. Okay, so I had some things going on today that I can't get into. So I didn't really, I was trying to watch the Lori Vallow stuff. And then I had to get on some phone calls. So the Travis Decker case.
I want to find him myself.
Yes, he is the man who is accused of murdering his 3 little girls over the weekend.
Yeah.
As of a few hours ago, they still hadn't found him.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
He is former military.
No, he's still military.
Oh, he's still military?
Yes, he's active. He's active National Guard.
Oh, okay.
He stopped going.
So he's not.
Wait, you
can't just stop going.
Yeah, he stopped going to drills a year ago, but he is technically still active. They're in the process of doing a disciplinary discharge, but they haven't finished the paperwork.
Can you go AWOL in the National Guard?
Not
Vapor?
really. They just put you out.
Okay. So,
Um,
what was his original? Was he always
no,
National Guard, or was he in another branch before National
He was
Guard?
Army. He was Army Special Forces.
yeah, and he had an, an honorable discharge or dishonorable discharge for his
Honorable.
mental, mental state or something.
He transferred. He just, yeah, he
His
had
wife,
So
a,
what?
he basically contracted out. His contract ran out in the Army, and he just went and transferred into the National Guard.
yeah.
Yeah, his
All
wife
right.
explained all that.
Okay. Vapor said it's still AWOL. Yeah, because I mean, it's
Yeah,
still a military branch, and if you don't
it's
show
still
up,
part
they
of it.
don't like that.
Yeah. They said that they had started the paperwork like a month ago to
Hmm.
do a disciplinary discharge. It just hadn't been finished yet, so
Okay.
he's technically considered still active.
Okay. All right. So I didn't know that because the only thing I had seen is that he's former military. He has extensive training, um, and all this and that. So.
Yeah, he he also went to school for wilderness survival,
Hmm.
and then he's got extensive. It's called elite ranger training, elite survival skills.
Yeah,
Um,
he learned all that in the army too.
yeah, that's what he did in the army. He's
So he was an Army Ranger.
yeah,
Yeah, so he can survive doing being on the run. He can
yeah.
survive. He has the means to survive.
And they think so. The day before he picked the girls up, they tracked his cell phone. He was at that exact campsite the day before.
Mm.
So they're thinking that he went there the day before and probably put out or hid supplies and things that he would need, possibly even in other places. You know, they call that caching, is what it's called when you go out and you store supplies out in the woods or the wilderness so that you can get them later. And so they think that he's like got enough to keep himself hidden out there for even months. And his dad said that he would go off in the wilderness sometimes for 2.5 months on his own.
Right.
So
Okay.
they're thinking he's probably got a few months worth of supplies at least.
All right. Vapor says Ranger training consists of 57 days alone in the wild.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, call in the National Guard to hunt him down.
That they said that they're calling in they're calling in the military to assist.
Well, yeah. I mean, they have to because he's
Yeah.
military. Yes.
Yep.
But what is the point, though, of taking the lives of your three daughters?
Well, his wife said he was dealing with PTSD, mental health
Okay.
issues, but it doesn't explain why he did this because the things that mattered to him was his dog and his three girls.
Right.
So she don't understand why he did this and why he picked them up. He usually would pick them up and drop them off, and this time he picked them up and never dropped them off.
Well.
But see, she said so. Her attorney spoke for her and said that since September, which is the last time they went to court, and his overnight visitation was taken from him,
Right.
um, that he's been escalating since September. He's been like barging into her house, just breaking into her house,
Yeah.
screaming for the girls,
Yeah. The
and
police knew about this.
just yeah, and so like he was just steadily worsening.
Wow.
But he has complex borderline personality disorder, and that was diagnosed in the military. And then he's got PTSD, and he's got a couple other
Mental
mental.
health.
And
Okay.
she says this kind of made me mad because, I mean, I kind of can understand where she's coming from, but it kind of at the same time made me mad because she said that she's basically saying, like, I get this part, that the system failed, you know,
Yeah,
him. She's saying the system failed him
they did.
and her daughters. And she said that she thinks that he suffered some kind of a break because he wouldn't have done this. If he was himself, he wouldn't have done this.
He was trying to get help as a veteran.
Well,
and they
but he
wouldn't give
wasn't.
him the help.
He wasn't, because in September the judge ordered him to mental health and psychiatric care and domestic violence anger management, and he refused to go to any of it and stopped taking his medication.
Okay, as of 3 hours ago, Chrissy just posted this article in Discord. Hold on, okay, clicked off of this shit. They believe he may be near the Pacific Crest Trail. Let's see. And is this Okanagan County? And they are... Okay, the CCSO has been actively investigating the case and executing search warrants on properties and electronic devices linked to Decker. Residents, especially those in remote areas of the county, are advised to stay alert. Decker is considered dangerous and possibly armed. Let's see. I'm just trying to go through. They're telling people, just to lock all your stuff up, keep your doors locked, windows locked, keep your blinds open, leave exterior lights on at night.
Yeah.
Okay. They think he's near the Pacific Crest Trail. Residents are urged not to approach him and to call 911 immediately if he is seen. If you see Travis Decker, do not approach him. Call 911 immediately, and anyone with information is encouraged to contact the county sheriff's office. Trying to see if...
Well, I think, in my opinion, when they went to court, they should have never gave him 50-50 custody. He should have never got it.
I think that was...
What, 50-50 legal?
Yeah, they both split. Well, the only thing that was taken away from him was when the girls spending the nights with him because he was homeless. He didn't have a home. That's why that was taken away. The judge should have never gave him legal binding custody. They both shared custody.
Yeah,
the thing taken away from him was the girl spending the nights with him or the weekends with him because he didn't have a home.
Yeah.
He was living in a campground.
Well, he had him sleeping in the armory and had left them alone with all those men.
So that's why he lost the rights to that. But he still had legal custody of picking them up, spending time with them for hours, and then taking them home. That judge should have never done that.
Well, but see, that's what Whitney wanted. And I don't know, see, because she said she didn't want to believe that he would ever hurt the kids, and
well, you don't.
But she didn't ask. They didn't ask for supervised visitation, and that's what I would have asked for.
Because she probably had in her head he's not going to ever hurt these girls, which nobody thinks that the father of your kids is going to hurt them.
Right. Yeah.
So she didn't want to take everything away from him. The judge had already took his privileges of them spending the night because he was homeless.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to take away from him. But
the judge.
But to me, the judge should have put a order on it. Like, okay, You want him to see them, but okay, we got to come up with a solution to where it's supervised.
But see, the judge can't do that. They have to, parties, one of the parties has to request it.
No,
The
the judge
judge, they
that
can't just
anything
offer.
wrong.
Hold on, y'all. I'm looking something up here real quick. I
The
gotta go
judge
back
can do
to
that if
the
he sees
article.
anything wrong. And something had to make, besides him being homeless, because if he was living at a campground, I mean, they could have stayed with him there.
No, because he'd been keeping the girls at the armory. That's where they'd been sleeping. And she found out he had went to the store and left the girls there with all those men at the armory.
So I think there should have been some type of. But you never know because, like she said before, he would pick them up, bring them back, pick them up,
Yeah,
bring them back. This time he picked them up and never brought them back.
yeah.
I feel bad for the mom.
Oh, it's terrible. It is
I mean,
terrible.
nobody wants to believe that their ex-husband or the father of their children are going to go out and do what he did.
Right. Okay, so I'm trying to see where this specific crest trail is. And this happened in Washington, right?
Yeah.
They,
Okay.
The autopsy results were supposed to be in today, and they were going to have a press conference today, but they never did.
and I don't think them autopsy reports could be released because they're minors.
Yeah, they probably won't say anything
Well, they
about
did
that.
say the cause of death is asphyxiation.
Oh,
They
so
said,
they did say that?
yeah, they said that
Okay.
yesterday in the press conference.
Well, that's what they think because of the plastic bags and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but anything else other than that?
That is,
Excuse me.
that whether
They're
there's
not.
something.
They're
Yeah,
not going to release any
no,
further
they're not.
details because of them being minors. So if
Yeah.
they do find him and they do bring him in alive, um, and he goes to trial, then we'll hear about it at
yeah,
that point.
Yeah, they won't release that because they're minors, but they did say asphyxiation. So
Oh
I mean,
well,
they
Elsie
can put
says
that
zip
out,
tied
but
hands. He zip
yeah,
tied their. Oh my god.
yeah. Their
just tied
hands,
their hands. I
and
did
then
hear one of the officers say there was a lot of blood in the truck, but I don't know whether that's from. They didn't say.
well, there was two bloody handprints on the back of the truck, but they were adult handprints, so they believe they're his handprints.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they didn't really come out and say what but they
But they
did
were,
plastic bags around the girls' heads,
Oh my god.
and that's possibly what they died from is asphyxiation. That's
and
what
they
they.
said they were wanting to get a time of death for the girls so that they could figure if he had a 3-day head start, or like it would help them to figure out, like how much of a head start he had, because since they
Right.
didn't find the girls till Monday,
And he picked them up what Friday? Or no,
Friday.
or were they supposed to be back Friday?
Yeah, he picked them up Friday and they were supposed to be back Friday.
Yeah, he only had a few hours with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like from something to 7 p.m. or something like that.
See, I get to looking into a case and then I get distracted and then I don't get all my information that I need.
And they showed a picture of him shaved, like
Yeah,
his
there's one on
mustache.
there's one on Discord that Chrissy just posted that
Yeah.
shows him shaved. He's clean shaven without his shirt on, and it shows his tattoos and stuff.
Yeah, and he looks totally different
Mhm.
than from
Showed
the.
him at the Ring doorbell where he's coming to pick the girls up.
Wait, say that again, Betty Joe.
The Ring doorbell where he comes and picks the girls up.
Uh huh.
He looks clean shaved there too.
Yeah, this one that she posted in Discord. Let me go back up. He's more than likely somewhere to do with military because of the background.
Yeah. Yeah, the one in the Ring doorbell, he still has the mustache
Yeah.
and his hair's in a ponytail. He's got long hair and a ponytail.
Yeah.
But the way he looks with no mustache, like I wouldn't have thought it was the same man. He looks so different. He's so young too. He's only 32.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, damn, the girls went to 5, 8, and 9.
It was 9, 8, and 5.
Yeah. King Scarlet, she Metamom is on top of it. She's done posted I don't know what else in Discord while I was looking at one article. I don't know where my, hold on, y'all. I gotta get my, what you call it out. I'm not trying to dig through my drawer and y'all hear it all loud and shit, but I'm looking for something. I have to have my highlighter. Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hear what?
sorry.
Her highlighter.
I'm trying to highlight something in my notes. That way it's easier for me to find and I don't have to like read through everything.
Oh, I don't hear anything.
It's because it's right under my mic.
I guess a lot of people are staying with Whitney too, which is good, in case he does have the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so was this the only 3 kids that she had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Just the 3 girls.
I can't.
Him and her were married for 7 years. They just divorced last year. And
like that other dude that took the 3 lives of his sons.
I did not even, you talking about Chad Dorman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not even know that he went to trial last year.
What? When did he go to trial?
I don't know. I was looking up this case and somehow Chad Dorman's case popped up on the search. So when I clicked on it, he went to trial last year, got 3 consecutive life sentences plus 16 years for what happened to his now ex-wife, the boy's mom, and his stepdaughter.
Yeah.
We completely missed the whole trial.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't a long trial. It was oh crap, I'm trying to remember. He pled guilty for a deal.
Well, the prosecutor did say that they were going for the DP, but he decided to go against it because he didn't want to put the family through more agony, which I completely get that part.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this man took his 3 kids, his 3 sons' lives, and he chased one of the sons down when the little boy tried to run off. He already had this planned out, all that. Why not go for the DP anyway and just tell the family, I'm sorry, but I have to do this.
He when he was in court, he cried his eyes out.
God, see, that's
it was. I was just no. There's no tears in the world.
Why cry? You're only crying because you got caught, and that's the only reason. You're not crying for the 3 little boys' lives that you took that were your kids.
Yeah,
and that's what's gonna happen with this dude right here. He's gonna start crying.
And now this dude right here, this Travis Decker dude, I don't think he'll cry.
I don't think they're gonna find him alive.
Yeah, I don't.
If they do happen to corner him alive, I think he'll take it.
He'll either take his own life or he'll let the cops take him.
Yeah. I don't think he's coming out of this alive.
He's not going to just give himself up, and he's not going to go out without a fight. Honestly, I just it will surprise me if they come across him and he's just like, okay, here I am, take me in.
It's such a shame. It really. So with complex borderline personality disorder, one of the things that really triggers it is fear of abandonment. And so it almost seems like he thought he was on the verge of losing the girls completely or
Mhm.
something, pushed him to that point. I just wish
I don't know, but that still is not an excuse to take their lives, though.
no, I just wish he would have gotten the
I don't think
treatment.
she would have ever. I don't think she would have ever took them girls away from him like that. Now,
I'm,
would she have like had visitation with supervised visitation? I believe so because she knows his mental health was getting worse.
Yeah, but in his mind,
Yeah, but in his
he
mind,
if he
yeah.
thought, that he was looking at not being
But
able
you
to
don't.
see them at all, that
That still don't give you the right to take the life of your
no.
well,
child.
no, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying what could
And I'm
possibly have
sorry if they do
happened.
get him out alive. I don't know if
Uh,
Washington State has the death penalty, but if
I don't
they
know
do,
if they do or not.
but if they do, he deserves every bit of it.
hold on, didn't we look that up once before because of the BK trial? Hold on, let me see.
Thought we did. I can't remember.
Hold on, let's see.
I think all states should have it.
I do too.
Jamie
Well, they do,
says that him
but they
doing what he
don't.
did to the girls was his way of wanting to punish the ex. And no, the state of Washington does not have the DP.
Yeah.
So
Well, most states have it. They just don't use it. They took it off the whatever you want to call it.
I don't know, but in a case like this, when it's kids,
Yes, they
it
should.
should be an automatic thing.
Yep,
You
Yeah.
definitely.
automatically go for the DP.
Yep, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're hurting a kid, whether it's you took their life or you've done something else to them, I'm sorry. You deserve every bit of the death penalty.
Yep.
And Whitney was working 2 jobs, plus going to college, plus she made almost all of those girls' dresses and clothes. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
I feel bad for her.
Because
Just
he had not paid her child support. He owed her thousands in child support. And so,
And see, there's another thing. They could have stopped. They could have stopped him from seeing them girls because he owed back child support.
right. Okay, so Vapor said he will be tried in military court also and get the DP. We can only hope.
see, I've been
Well,
wondering about that.
if he's dishonorably discharged, I don't know. I don't know how they do that.
Well, he's already committed the crime while he's still active, so he'll be
Right.
court-martialed. But I think that they have it now where the military can hand him over. I don't. I've been wondering about that myself, like how that
Yeah.
is going to work.
Okay, Jamie says now if he's still military, I would think that this is against their laws. It could charge him that way with the DP. I mean, if he's still
Yeah.
enlisted, then I mean somebody needs to do something because he should not get away with this. And then where was it at? Hold on. I just seen something about 2023 DP. Where did it go? Oh, King Scarlet said, damn, the DP was officially abolished in Washington in 2023.
Oh,
Wow. It's crazy.
Okay. How would you go about looking up whether he's active in the military or not?
Uh,
the sheriff put out his military records.
huh?
The
I didn't.
sheriff's department, when they did their press conferences and stuff, they put out his military records. They gave
Yeah.
all the information
Like what information though?
that he's still active and hasn't
Oh,
been to
okay.
drill in a year. And
I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
I just heard him say he hasn't been showing up to his.
There is a way, and I think I have the website just because I was looking up a family member stuff that was former military. I think I have a website
Yeah, they do.
that you can
They,
go to and
yeah,
see if they're active and stuff
yeah.
like that. Because I think if I remember correctly,
See,
Vapor, didn't I ask you about that at one time? I think I asked Vapor about it. If um, how to go about looking military information because I was looking for something for my grandfather.
yeah,
Vapor ain't even listening to what we're talking about. Never
yeah.
mind.
Like my, okay, so like my ex-husband, when he did 4 years in the Marine Corps, and then
Mhm.
he was put out for spousal abuse. He got an other than honorable discharge. Then they
Mhm.
found out he was sick, so and it was service connected, so they changed it to a Section 8, which is a medical. But in the meantime, um, he had went to the National Guard, and they had told him, "Okay, we'll take you, and if you do good for a year, then we'll upgrade your other than honorable to honorable." So they only do drills 1 weekend a month and then 2 weeks out of the year. Well, whenever he just stopped showing up, they never reached out. They never did anything. Nothing at all. Like
Not back
they
then.
don't,
Now it's different.
well, it wasn't that long ago, but they don't do, they don't, the National Guard, they don't treat them. It's different if you're like active in the service. You know, you're like full time enlisted in the service. But when you're just reserve, it's different.
Hold on a minute, y'all. I gotta get
So
off
I
of
don't
this.
know with him just being, reserve if they would.
Okay, King Scarlet said he ceased attending mandatory drills over a year ago and was in the process of receiving a disciplinary discharge at the time of the incident.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and Vapor said you need the social security number. I remember asking him about that. I think I've got that website in my bookmarks. I need to go through and find it.
I didn't know if they just had a list of active and inactive.
Now, I do know that there is a website that you can go to and you can request military records because I also did that. But there is a lot of information that you have to have on the person that you are requesting the info for, and you have to be of immediate family, like spouse, child, grandchild, or parent.
Yeah.
Because I was able to do that for my dad and my grandfather. I need to find that website. Let's see. I think this administration would hold him in military court for this. Jamie, I would hope so, just because he needs a death penalty.
Well, just
Honestly.
because the military is a lot harder on their
Hmm.
cases than just a regular court.
I mean, the fact that this was 3 kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And
even if he wasn't showing up, he still needs to be disciplined.
Yeah.
they were
So
so precious too. Their little
They were
faces.
cute little girls. They
Oh,
looked like little sweethearts.
yeah. I just keep thinking about it's terrible that
hang
what
on.
their last thoughts would have, you know, your last thoughts of seeing your dad come at you like that.
King, this might have been the website that I went to. Hold on. I need to find the one that I went to. That I made the request. Because I know there was like a shit ton of information that I had to have just to get their military records.
It's so damn hot and muggy here.
Girl, it is like, what is
It
the
was
temperature here right now? It
Here
was
too.
94 here earlier today. It says it's 79 here, but I don't think they know what they're talking about because it is hot.
only
Mm-hmm.
3 here.
Just Don says the only positive in this is that they're all together in heaven, in my opinion. I agree.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for the mom though, just because. Hold on, I need to bookmark this real quick. She lost all three of her kids, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the
And
fact,
she, and
not
she was,
knowing, and like I said, with what I went through with my daughter, and not knowing where she was at or if she was okay, I get how parents feel now when their child is missing and they don't know where they're at or if they're okay.
yeah.
It's just, oh my God. I don't wish that on nobody at all.
The people do not take mental illness as serious as they should. And
They don't take the mental health issues with the veterans or the active military as serious
right.
as they should.
I was reading an article, and it was another one where her attorney was speaking for her, because I don't think she's in any kind of state to
Oh no, I don't think so.
speak. Yeah.
Right.
But she was saying, that she still loved him. She lost him to mental illness. She didn't, the divorce wasn't something that she wasn't divorcing him because she didn't love him anymore. It was the mental illness was completely taking over.
I can see where she's coming from on that part of it. But then on the part of him taking my kids' lives,
Yeah.
I think that right there, that would just any little bit of love that I had for that person would be gone.
Yeah. I
I
think that was said before the girls were found on Monday,
okay.
but I'm not positive. Yeah. But she said she'd been fighting, trying to get him, like better mental health. But I mean, if she asked the judge to order it in September and the judge ordered it, not only did he not comply, but he refused to sign the papers. And the judge told him, Mr. Decker, even if you don't sign those papers, they're still legally binding.
Right.
And so, I mean, he's ordered by a judge. Well, then, since he didn't go do the mental illness evaluations, the psychiatric evaluations and everything, then a contempt of that court order should have been filed ASAP.
Yeah.
And then they would have put supervised visitation in place.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
Yeah,
and because he didn't or wouldn't, he should have been locked up.
Yeah. Okay. King says Travis Decker can't be tried in military court because he's no longer active duty.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I don't think that reserve. I don't think that they will court-martial a reserve, not even for going AWOL. Which I mean, they don't.
He's asking Babe for that.
I don't think they will for reserves.
Okay, so no, military reserves are not considered active duty.
Yeah.
So active duty refers to full-time military service where service members are employed by the military and can be deployed at any time. On the other hand, the reserves are part-time and consist of both part-time and full-time service members and civilian employees.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that would suck though if the military couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then Vapor says then he's not AWOL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm telling you, my ex-husband, when he quit showing up for drills, because it's only once a month, 2 weeks out of the year, they don't give a shit if you're there or not. They really don't. When he quit going, they never even called our house.
No, because they ain't got to pay you. You don't show up, you don't get paid.
Yeah. The whole $100 a weekend for the drill that they pay.
Oh, I just feel so bad for the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we have this man here taking the lives of his three daughters. Then there's another woman in Florida, and
Oh,
this is the one, Avery, that I sent you the link to the article.
Oh, good grief. That was,
Who, yeah, that one is. I think with that one, there's some mental health issues as well.
yeah.
She murders her 6-year-old little boy because she was trying to do an exorcism on him.
Yeah.
And she believed that he had demons in him and that God was telling her to do an exorcism on him. When he stopped moving during this so called exorcism, the mom thought that, and they believed that at the time he stopped moving is when he passed away. The mom thought that because he had stopped moving, that she had gotten the demons out of him, and she had him laying in his bed all this time,
Mm.
waiting for him to wake up. She thought he was going to wake back up. And they believe that he was murdered on May the 18th. And the only reason why there was a welfare check done is because he had already missed 2 weeks of school. And the school called, well, the resource officer at the school called uh, to turn it in and have a wellness check done. So when the
Mm-hmm.
cops showed up to the house, the mom led them right into where the little boy was at, and he was just laying in his bed, deceased. And they still don't know what it is that he died from. Uh, Sally Mae, I saw your thing. Um, Pretty sure that the autopsy will come out soon. They may release a cause of death or whatever, but with this case, in him being a minor, we're not going to know all the details. Yeah, Christy, I seen where you had posted that earlier. And I think that's where I got it from in Discord.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
crazy. Thank God for the truancy
yeah,
officers.
but I mean, dang, 2 weeks.
You were, yeah. That's kind of surprising because usually the schools don't go that long, you know.
Right.
But
Yeah. They usually, unless they had tried to call the mom to find out what the problem was and they couldn't get in touch with her because she
yeah,
might not have had a phone, she may not have had a cell phone, whatever. And then they
yeah.
just eventually had to call the sheriff's department out there. But yeah, when they
And
showed up,
that was Florida, right?
yeah.
Okay.
In, hold on, let me, what parts? I don't forgot now. Hmm, hold on. And Fort Pierce, Florida. He had been absent since May the 14th. They believed that he died on the 18th of May, which was also the last day that the mom says she spoke to him.
So she was performing the exorcism for 4 days.
They didn't really give a whole lot of detail as far as like what she did. It's
What do people do to
God.
perform an exorcism? Do you
You
know?
need to call a priest and ask them that because Scarlett don't know. Scarlett don't mess with that.
I don't know either.
No, Scarlett don't mess with no demons. Mm-mm.
I don't know what they do either.
I had to deal with one, and I kicked her out of my channel. No.
I mean, I think the most I've ever seen is like in the movies where they throw holy water, and on them,
Yeah.
and the priest like chants something,
that's
Yes, as a prayer or something.
Yeah,
But an
yeah.
actual exorcism, in order for an actual one to be done, if I'm not mistaken, you have to get permission from the Pope at the Vatican before it
Ooh,
can be done
you're giving
by
me chills
a priest. If I'm not mistaken, I think I read that somewhere.
just
Uh,
thinking about that. Ugh.
what
but
you want to know
the,
what Travis Decker is charged with?
yeah, actually, I have it. Hold on.
It's kidnapping, first degree murder, and custodial interference and killing of Peyton Decker 9, Evelyn Decker 8, and Olivia Decker 5.
Okay, wait. What was the other one you said? Because I only have 3 charges of murder and 3 kidnapping. What was
Uh,
the other one?
Kidnapping in first degree and custodial interference.
Okay. All right, I didn't have that one. There's a Russell Crowe movie that's real. Yes, Elsie. That is. Was that one based on a true story? The Russell Crowe one. I can't remember the name of it.
Russell Crowe?
Yes, there is a movie. Hold on.
That sounds so familiar.
It. Hold on. Because I watched the whole dang thing, and y'all, if you don't like horror movies, don't watch it.
I can't do those kind of movies.
Are you serious?
Oh Lord,
Okay,
I won't sleep. I won't sleep. Oh, by the way,
the Pope's Exorcist is the name of it, and it's
you guys. Oh, go ahead.
no. I was just gonna say, Elsie's saying it is a true story. I thought it was in. I want to say it was. Was it on Big Brother? Like year before last, they kept. Uh, Betty Joe, you should know this.
What?
They had okay. So on the season of Big Brother, I think it was either season before last or the one before that. They had the games because that's when they were advertising the movie The Pope's Exorcist, and they had some challenges that were based around the movie or whatever. Um, and it was supposed to be like this big scary movie, blah blah blah, and all this and that. And like they said, The Conjuring was the scariest movie there was. It's not really scary, but it is a true story.
I think it was last. I think it was the last season that just passed.
Okay, because it says that it came out in 2023.
Back in the day, they used to do those exorcisms quite a bit.
I think it was this season that just passed that they used it in.
Okay, I knew it was at some point because I remember them having the game or whatever about it, with the 2 girls sitting in the chair and all that. Yeah, but yeah, Court. I think it was it Jamie? No, Jamie said they have specially trained priests for exorcisms.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, Vapor, what is boring to you?
Horror movie.
I don't do horror movies.
I mean, they're not that scary.
Some of them are stupid.
Yeah, some of them really are.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So my son got choked. The last time we were live, and I went in the other bathroom, and Mom's wig and earrings were right there.
Oh yeah, you told us about that.
That was my son.
We kind of figured that.
Yeah.
Oh, so I know how to get you back now for shit that you've done to me.
I had to threaten to ground him and take away his Xbox to get him to confess.
Nothing to him.
Oh, Jaden and Auntie Scarlett have got to have a talk.
Oh no, don't help him.
Oh no, I'm not going to help him. He's gonna help me.
Oh no.
Because see, I remember I got to get you back for that snake picture.
Oh no.
And Scarlett, don't forget, remember? And so I told you I was going to come up with something. You should have never let that slip. That was Jaden.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to increase his allowance.
Don't matter. Auntie Scarlett is his favorite, so that's all that matters. So there's that.
So the lady who you were just talking about that did the exorcism on the 6-year-old boy, did it say where his dad, was our father in the picture, or was it just her and him living alone?
I'm guessing it was just her and him because it didn't say anything else about any other kids. It didn't say anything about a dad living there or, stepdad, boyfriend, nothing like that. It's basically just talking about her and the little boy. And the little boy's name is, hold on, I got to go find his name. Ramiel Pierre. It's his name. The mom's name is Rhonda Polynice. And it only talks about them two. It doesn't say, about anybody else.
Yeah. Huh. That is so sad.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just, you can obviously tell that it's a mental health issue. Because, she's believing that God, and, I'm not bringing religion into this because I know that God can speak to people. But I don't think that God would tell a mom that their child has demons in them and that the mom needs to do an exorcism on her 6-year-old
Yeah.
son.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You
I
know
think
what I'm
that's
saying? So,
mental illness.
yeah.
Some people it's actually, there's actually a mental illness where people suffer from, it's hyper religion,
Hmm.
and it's completely mental illness connected.
It's sad all the way around, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
Sally Mae. No, they only tell Chad Daybell. Him and Lori, y'all.
Oh, Lori in court today with her opening statements. Oh
I,
my God.
no, I should have. I had put a thing in Discord, a poll about how many for each day of her trial, how many objections are going to be done, and I put less than 50 a day or more than 50 a day. I started at that point doing a tally each time there was an objection, and this was after the opening statements. If I'd have hit it at the opening statements, I'd have been up to like probably 30
I
before
was
she
gonna
was
say,
done with the opening statements.
I told you.
every time she talks, objection, she's
She couldn't even get
testifying.
the whole sentence out. And the prosecutor was like, I'm just going to have to object to this. What is the relevance?
Well, she kept
Jamie,
testifying in her
in her opening statement, she kept telling about, well, I'm being tried for this, but they're also saying that my niece my niece Melanie was also a co-conspirator in this, but she's not being tried. And every time there was an objection, then the judge was finally just like, look, yeah, the jury will get instructions on not to, however it was he put it, but basically don't pay any attention to anything that is said in the opening statements.
I wanted to see Brandon's face when she said that him and her had a good loving relationship, no animosity. I wanted
I
to see his face so bad.
okay, so I watched part of his testimony today, but when it was her turn to question him, I was on the phone with attorneys, so I didn't get to hear it all, and I missed everything. By the time I got through doing all of that and calling my daughter and little brother and all of that stuff, there was somebody else already on the stand.
Well, part of that was in her opening statement because they were objecting it, but she was talking about how they had this, nice relationship and no animosity, and I was like, oh,
I remember her saying that in the opening statement.
And I'm like, please put the camera on his face.
Was she standing or sitting in her wheelchair?
Oh, she went in a wheel. Yeah, she was standing. She went in the wheelchair today.
I know she went in the wheelchair.
But when they called for a sidebar at the very beginning of her opening statement, you could see how she was trying to put on like this fake walk, like she was. It's like something was wrong with her.
Oh, and she was just talking so sweet.
Oh,
and oh my God,
cute. I hate her voice.
Like she was really heavy putting it on. Like, I'm just the sweetest little thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
you sure are, bitch.
I would like to know why I'm being charged for this, but like she was basically, telling on her knees. Exactly. Like why,
charges against her too.
It said that she was a conspirator in this too, but yeah, and of course my brother Alex, he's not here to defend himself, but why am I the only one being charged? And then I think it was the judge or because of her. Oh yes, just Dawn. Just Dawn said, "How about her saying I'm all about spreading love?" Yeah, that ain't no love
Yeah,
she's
that part too. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
because obviously this jury probably. Well, I don't know. This jury might know about Tylee and JJ.
And she said that Jesus is her friend.
Oh Lord.
She did. I was
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah, Sally Mae. There needs to be some holy water sprinkled on Lori because I don't know. I just she's so fake though. Like we know what she's done and what she's capable of doing, and I fully believe that if they would have accomplished their goal with Brandon and took him out, Melanie obviously knew about it because I don't remember also it being said in the past that Melanie was supposed to meet Brandon that morning at the park to for him to hand one of his kids over to her. I think the youngest one over to her. She knew exactly where he was going to be at. The only thing she didn't know is that he was going to the gym after he left the park, but knew what he was driving, when he would be back home, and all of that. She basically gave all this information to Lori and Alex. And then he pulls up at home. There's a shot fired at him. So why isn't she being charged? And I fully believe that they would have taken Brandon out, then Melanie would have got some type of insurance policy, or the kids would have gotten it, and then Lori and Chad and Alex would have taken Melanie out
Yep.
for the money, and possibly their kids,
Yep.
because
hey, I have
she's not above taking kids out.
a question really quick.
Uh huh.
Would putting a few drops of red food dye in your toilet tank hurt your toilet?
Don't do that to Jane.
Would it hurt? It wouldn't hurt, right?
I don't know if
But
it would
you know
stain
what?
it.
Nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I just was curious.
She's trying to scare Jaden. That's what she's trying to do.
It'll stain it.
Okay, Jamie says the jury knows nothing about the case as per Nate. And see, y'all, my phone was blowing up with notifications from Twitter because, like, every 5 seconds there was a Twitter notification from Nate Eaton, and I couldn't read them or whatever, but I need to go back and read them because he gets all the juicy good stuff. Brandon's PI said that there probably wasn't text messages and stuff. Sweet Melissa, how are you? She could hardly walk for the first hour, then all at once she was fine. It's because she was putting on and she realized she wasn't going to get any sympathy from anybody, so she just gave up the fakeness. I can't believe she hadn't tried to flirt with the judge.
Oh, and she has no makeup on.
I, I
Did
mean,
you notice?
maybe somebody told her that Jolly Rancher makeup and the Kool-Aid lipstick and all that wasn't working for her.
I think she was trying to like make herself look sicker than what she is by
That's
no
just
makeup.
for her.
But did you notice that her hair was all curly and all that?
I just found black food dye.
It'll stain it.
Avery Michelle. If you put that in there, I hope it turns it.
It'll
Tell her
stain
that
it.
you
That's
put it
what
in.
it'll do. It'll stain it.
She needs access to the commissary. Well, that is true, Sally. Maybe nobody's putting money on her books.
Why would they?
I mean, she don't deserve anything on her books. Oh, someone. Okay, so Sweet Melissa says someone bought her clothes. So who the hell would buy her clothes?
I read that she has a supporter, and this lady she bought all her clothes.
So she's supporting someone that everybody that has followed this case from the jump, knowing that she murdered her kids, somebody is supporting that?
Some weirdo.
Why though?
Because they're a weirdo.
Sally Mae said maybe her mama. But would her mama do that though?
No, the lady's been in court. The lady who bought her clothes has been in her court hearing.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That is crazy.
Her mom won't even talk about her. When her mom did that interview with Colby on the video, and she was going through the family pictures.
Uh,
Every time she'd come across one of Lori, she wouldn't say her name, and she'd just flip it upside down and put it over to the side.
wow.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Shit, I just spilled coffee on my phone.
That is
Okay.
crazy. Though.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know. I need to look into Lori's sister passing away. Because
Oh, we were supposed to do that. King was supposed to do that.
who?
King.
I thought. Wait, King was involved in that?
Yeah, King was supposed to get all
Oh
that
yes,
information.
because King was the one asking about it.
Yep. See, she almost got away with that.
King, you were well, okay, but in King's
Mhm.
defense, okay, she was. She's like I was. King, yes, you did ask about it when we were talking about it one night about Lori's sister passing away, and I had said something about looking into it because it wouldn't surprise me if Lori had something to do with her death.
Well, you look it up on the internet; it tells you what she passed away from.
Yeah, but
There's some kind of
I need to dig more deeper than that.
Yeah, King was supposed to do like a deep dive and give us a spreadsheet and everything.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Wasn't that the night King Scarlet that I was supposed to be there at 3 o'clock in the morning,
Uh-oh.
and y'all didn't show up for
Yeah.
the backstage, and I was in Discord and y'all wasn't?
I was asleep.
but I didn't
Yeah.
say anything.
Yeah, that's when that was.
I was asleep.
And
I
then
was in there, but I didn't say anything. But they never showed up.
they showed up 2 hours later because they're 2 hours behind me. And when you say, okay, we'll see you at 3 o'clock, I'm thinking 3 o'clock my time, not 3 o'clock their time. Vapor, you were there at 3 o'clock your time, which was 5 o'clock my time. Therefore, at 5 o'clock I was asleep. I was there at 3 o'clock.
They're
So
always trying to use that time difference to their advantage.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But in all fairness, there was not a time zone discussed that night. Just that be there at 3 o'clock. Scarlett was there at 3 o'clock.
Just like the mod meeting that was supposed to happen that didn't happen.
That is on me because I never did do that. So did Bubbles just say right?
She's talking to her tablet though.
Because she hit that just
Said right at just the right time.
Perfect timing.
Right? No, okay.
She's talking to her tablet.
The mod meeting is on me because I still have not scheduled it.
She said right.
Okay, wait. I was there at 3 because no, but you're the one that said 3, Vapor. I didn't say 3. You just said be there at 3. Scarlett was there at 3 o'clock. You and King were nowhere to be seen. I don't know where y'all were at.
You didn't say what time zone. You just said 3.
Exactly. So when you say be there at 3, Scarlett's going to be there at 3 o'clock on the dot, Central Standard Time. Sally Mae, that would not surprise me.
I wish Jaden would hurry up and have to go to the bathroom.
Avery,
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Don't you tell me nothing. What'd you do?
Hold on, Christy. I'm looking at it.
What'd you do?
Because the other night, I found these blue cleaning tablet things that you put in the back of the toilet. Yeah. And I threw them in there because, they were there. And I didn't think to tell Jaden, and he freaked out when the toilet water came out blue-green. And then, he got me back with my mom's wig and earrings. So now I went and put red food coloring in the back of the toilet, and I'm waiting for him to go to the bathroom.
Hold on, y'all.
What a goober.
Y'all give me a second. Can the mods check Discord real quick, please?
No.
Tell Avery she's
No.
No.
She hit it perfect again. I was like, can the mods check Discord for a second, please? And she's like, no. Man, she is just...
She's on one today.
She's got good time.
Yo,
I can't cut because I'll throw myself off, I think.
Okay, hold on.
Is unbelievable. I charged her tablet for her, right? We give it to her. She's up till 4:30 in the morning.
Oh.
I said, okay, baby, it's time to go to sleep. It's 4:30 in the morning. I'm not sleepy. I said, if you don't turn that tablet off, I swear I'm throwing it out that window.
Baby Joe,
He
you should
says,
be
but
okay.
I'm not sleepy. So I take it and I turn it off. Well, can I go pee? I have to pee. I said, yes, let's go. So then when she wakes up this afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, she said, can I have my tablet? I said, yeah. Gave it to her. She's been on it all day. It died. She starts hollering at me. Mama, you didn't charge. I said, it was 100% charged. Stop hollering at me. No, I was watching my show and it just died. I said, it's okay. I can put it on the charger. No, I don't want it. I said, if you don't stop, you're not going to have anything. Well, I'll just watch it in my room then. Said,
Oh,
girl, acting like you're 25 instead of 5.
you know
Uh,
what? I used to let Jaden, when he was that age, I used to let him put his iPad on the charger when it would run out, and they move them and wiggle them, and we went through about 4 or 5 iPads before I finally figured out what it was. But he was jiggling, you know, where you plug it in at
Mm-hmm.
inside there. He was jiggling that loose, and I had to keep taking it, you know, to the repair shop. And
Mm-hmm.
it's
That's
about
why I
the
won't let her do it. Because
yeah,
she's already done that. She's done that with the other uh, tablet she has.
yeah,
And that's why I won't let her to plug this one in. I'll do it myself.
yeah.
And she gets so mad if it dies on her.
Sally
Like,
me.
like the other morning, it died like 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, good, let's go to sleep. Well, I'm not sleepy. I said, I don't care what you are. I am.
You should get her one of the portable chargers, like you know, like what I have for my phone.
I
Do
want,
they make those for tablets?
I want her to go to sleep, not stay up all night.
Well,
That poor baby, y'all. We ruined her. That's what we did because she used to sit up with us all the time, and we was
Yeah.
just not thinking about that she's going to be starting school at some point.
yeah.
You know,
Or those one of those chargers that you don't plug it in, but you just set the tablet on it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? The
Yeah. But
cordless
I
thing.
want her to go to sleep, not stay up all night and party. I mean, there does come a point where, you do got to go to sleep.
Yeah, but this is her last summer before school. She should be allowed.
Well, she starts school in August, the end of August.
Yeah.
okay.
So
So just
she,
give her to the 1st of August and let her
yeah.
party with this just for the summer.
Yep. I agree.
Well, then she's gonna have to
So
go. Gonna have to
that's
go.
her 2 aunts. That's
Yeah, and
two against one.
me and Avery will take responsibility for her if she does not want to get up at night. But I mean in the morning. But since she is going to start school at the end of August, she
Hmm.
should at least have until the end of July.
That's fine. I don't care that she stays up. Okay. It's just when she's talking to her tablet, she gets really, really loud,
It only gets worse.
and I tell her, "Can you
Yeah,
turn my?"
wait till she wants a video game and they're screaming.
She already does that.
Oh no, trust me. Just Avery knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Now she's
boy,
playing.
do I.
Right now she's playing a game. Now watch. If she ends up losing or dying, she's gonna have a fit.
Well, Avery, we need to teach you how to plug it in. What?
And what it,
Never mind. Avery don't know how to. Avery, you don't even know how to charge your own phone. What am I
yeah,
thinking?
but
I'm
she,
sitting here on my portable charger right now.
this kid is a trip.
Exactly.
You know, she was hollering at me, and I was going outside to smoke a cigarette. She says, "Well, can you turn my TV on?"
Oh,
I said, "When I come back, fine. I'll tell mommy."
well,
Dang, she was telling on you.
I said, "Fine. Go tell mommy." So she goes out there. She says, "Mommy, can you turn my TV on right now?" Her mom
Oh,
said, "Who are you talking to?" She says,
sassy.
"This is what she says. I'm talking to you." I said, oh, no, she did not.
She's so sassy.
She is. It was so funny. I about fell on the floor laughing. The
Oh,
way
wait.
she just comes out with things. I'm talking to you.
Where's my sticky notes, y'all? I cleaned my desk off today, y'all. I threw everything away on here and a whole damn pad of sticky notes.
You threw a whole pad of sticky notes away?
I sure did. I got it. I just got it out of the box yesterday and only used, I think, one or two off of it. And I threw the whole damn. King is 5 minutes. The whole pad away with everything else off my desk.
Purposely or
No,
accidentally?
no, it was accidental.
Oh,
And by the time
oh,
I
you clean
realized,
like you're one of those cleaners.
oh, girl, look, when I get in the cleaning mood, everything in the house goes.
Nothing is safe.
No, not at all. Scarlett.
That sounds like my daughter.
Me too. I was just gonna say, my kids, they always used to hide their stuff, and Jaden does the same thing because when I start cleaning, nothing is safe.
Well, I saw this thing in on Facebook today, and I tagged my two youngest kids in it. It was like, we hate to see mom coming, uh, or coming over or something like that. And then it had like one of the kids saying, hurry up and get all this stuff off the floor now. Because like if I go to my daughter's house, I'm like, the house needs to be clean. You need to put this shit up. The dishes need to be washed. And I go in my son's room and I'm like, you need to clean up your damn room.
Well, see, that's what I tell. That's what I tell the baby. I'll say, you just drug out all these Barbies, and then you go and find something else to do, or you get your tablet back, and you forget about the Barbies, and they're laying all over the place. How about you pick them up? Well, I can't. I said, what do you mean you can't? Because I don't know how. I said, but you knew how to tear them out.
Oh man, she's playing you.
Yeah, because she knows that you'll pick them up.
And then she'll say, I'll make you a bet, Mom. If I win this, you have to clean. If you win, then I have to clean.
She's negotiating at 5.
Oh, yes.
She'll do,
I'm
can we
telling you,
do rock,
she's being an attorney.
she'll say, can we do rock, paper, scissors, shoot? I said, sure. She cheats at the game.
She needs to be an attorney.
Yes, you do.
I'm telling you.
You cheat at the game.
I cheat at rock, paper, scissors too. I always watch to see which way their fingers are starting to go.
And that's what she does.
Oh my God, y'all. Cord. Okay, so how long have I been on here? For an hour and 37 minutes.
Yes.
Quick. Okay, so I'm going to be on here for about 10, 15 more minutes. If anybody else wants to come up on the panel, I will drop the link for a minute. If you come up and you're in my backstage, you have to show your face so I know you're a real person. If you are not willing to show me your face before I pull you up, then you will not come up on panel.
Amen.
Yeah. And if you're planning to come up to porn bomb us, just send it to my email.
Well, I can promise you they won't make it that quick because I already have that ready.
Well, yeah. And if you're coming up there to cause problems, please don't.
They can still send it to my email, though.
No, ma'am, they cannot. And you know why?
Why?
Do I need to say it on here?
No.
Okay, then.
Oh, tell me. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I invited them up, where'd they go? I know it's been longer than 5 minutes. Y'all, they didn't want to come play.
I know. I probably thought you wouldn't drop the link.
Oh, man, that's just no fun. Hold on, I need to put the timestamp on.
Who wouldn't want to come play with us?
That's what I'm saying. We're fun.
We always have fun.
If we're this much fun on panel together, just imagine us in person together.
Right.
probably be a little bit more than just fun.
Oh, it would be epic. It would be
What I
terrible.
can't imagine is the three of us together and pissed off at the same time.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
y'all would be the two bad ones. I would be perfectly fine.
Uh-huh.
I would.
Out.
Courtney said to him, I already popped the popcorn. Dan, no, they haven't found the dad yet. Or, well, they didn't before I went live. So
Yeah.
let me look.
You know, I just have that same feeling that I had with Brian Laundrie. I have that exact same feeling in my gut that he's not alive.
I still.
Into the Brian Laundrie thing, but okay.
I said that the whole time they were searching for Brian Laundrie. He's not alive. He's not alive. He's not alive.
Wow.
I have a different theory about that.
With Brian Laundrie?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Do you guys think he's alive?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I think his mom and
Really?
dad. I do. I think his mom and dad and I could be completely wrong, yeah, but this is my opinion. I think his mom and dad got him out of the country on a boat. See, King even says it.
Yep. That's my opinion too.
Wow.
I don't think that was his bones that they found.
Nope.
But what about the teeth? What about the
because-
teeth?
Girl,
No,
you can
'cause if
pull your
you-
teeth.
You can pull your teeth out.
Yes.
You think they pulled his teeth and then
Do you
sent him
realize
out of the country?
Do you
Okay,
realize his
me.
uncle was a dentist?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Here's my
Yeah.
opinion.
Or wait,
They
did I know
went
that?
Straight where that bag was in no time.
Exactly. That's what gave
And then-
it away. That
Yes. And
I
then
mean,
all of
they
a sudden,
literally knew exactly where to go
Yep.
go in there, and that we
Yep.
was watching it live when it
Yep.
happened.
Yep.
When the mom stayed out, the dad walked into the
Right.
woods and came back out, and all of a sudden the cops just swarmed it.
Yep.
The dentist was a family member. See if I remember correctly, that King. It was, I believe, his uncle. I think it was his uncle that was the dentist.
I think so, yeah.
Well, since you guys have admitted that, then I will admit that I think Michael Jackson's alive.
I do too.
Really?
I
Mhm.
think, yeah. I think he is
Okay.
too.
I thought you guys were going to say I'm crazy.
No,
Okay.
I watched whenever when they claimed that he passed away. I watched that whole thing back then
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he is either.
But I definitely do not think that Brian Laundrie is dead. I think that whenever they went out to the campground that weekend and they met with Cassie and all that, I
Mhm,
think that the reason why she came is to tell him goodbye.
mhm.
And he at some point left while they were at that campground, and his mama and daddy, and let me tell you, Roberta wears the pants in that relationship.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
If
I
Roberta
agree.
says, Chris, you better jump, he's wanting to know exactly what spot to stand in and exactly the inches that she wants that man to jump.
Yep.
For real.
If I get a man trained like that.
Girl, please. Be nice, wouldn't it?
It
Do I
really
think
would.
Elvis is alive? Jamie, no, I think by now Elvis is dead.
Yeah, no. Elvis is,
Yeah.
he's gone.
But as far as Brian Laundrie, I think they got him out at that campground, and that they got him out of the country because
Yeah.
don't think that Roberta don't know people.
And don't think that they don't know exactly where he's at. And they don't.
For sure.
And don't think they don't talk to him.
No,
Yeah,
people. Someone in the chat just said they wasn't even upset enough.
No.
Elvis
No.
would be 100, wouldn't he, if he was alive?
He would be
Who?
Elvis. Wouldn't he be 100?
I think
107?
I think he'd be 90 something. Close to 100.
Yeah, because he died in 77, right?
I don't know. I wasn't born then.
I was.
That's because you're old.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I remember it was 77 or 78.
I think 77, my birth year, I think.
He would be 90 years old. He was born January the 8th of 1935. He died at the age of 42, August 16th of 1977.
Yeah.
King said Roberta is gangster. Look, I could tell you, that woman, she knew exactly what was going on, and I still think Bartoloni is Brian's real daddy.
But why was her weird ass running around in that black veil and outfit? Like she kept going out the back door and coming around the sides of the front of the house, all in black
Because
with the
she
black
didn't
veil.
catch her on. She
That
didn't
was
want the news to catch
weird.
I don't know. She just.
her. And when she came, I'm gonna tell you why she did that. She came out because it gave him time to go over the fence to that back road.
Yeah, because I just don't think that he left that house in that car either.
No,
Like they tried.
they
Do
parked
you
that car.
realize how many people were outside of his house? The cops and everything were watching it,
Yeah,
and
Roberta parked that car there.
they thought that he was Roberta when they
I
seen him.
thought
Well, no, that
I
don't
thought
make sense.
he left before the people were outside of
But
the house.
they had cops outside of his house watching the house.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
And when they saw him, they claimed that they thought that he was Roberta leaving,
yeah,
when it probably was Roberta leaving in the car.
it was her leaving in that car.
Uh,
And I
Dan,
said,
who is that?
and I, who's what?
Dan said Hot Lips died last week too. I don't know who that is.
Hot Lips. Hey, that was my mom's nickname. But who's Hot Lips?
I have no idea.
No, wait, no, my mom was Lips, just Lips. Or was she Hot Lips?
What are you talking about, Avery?
My mom's nickname. My dad used to call her. It was either Hot Lips or Lips. I can't remember which.
But I believe this is what I believe.
Oh, Loretta from MASH. Okay.
I believe as she was coming out and walking around to the car, he was already over that fence and behind that back road where people took that picture and spotted him.
Oh, you're talking about on the next street behind their house?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know what
And
you're
I
talking
believe when she was driving to wherever she was driving, when the police lost her because they're idiots, that she picked him up and took him where he needed to go to get out of the country. And then
Possibility.
park that car, come back, park that car at that state park, saying that he went there. And that's why they were searching that state park the way they were.
Sally Mae says we're losing our minds, y'all.
Well,
Jeez.
I'll lose my mind. I mean, I am 57 years old.
But I mean, you never know what's possible these days. That
I just
very
don't
well
think
could
he's
be
dead,
true.
though. I just don't
I
think
don't.
he's
I don't
dead.
either.
I just, the way it was just dad walking into the woods. What is the odds? Your son has been missing this whole time at this whole big reserve. They have been searching this reserve for how many days at that point? Like
I don't even like.
weeks?
Yeah,
I think it was like,
but didn't they say that was like one of his favorite spots? Where
Okay,
the parents were looking.
then why didn't the police go to that favorite spot the day one? Even though they said that it was underwater, they still could have went out there, right?
yeah,
Well, yeah, because they have those
because
boat
they had went out
thingies.
there. They had went out there with them boats.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
Them,
instead, they searched this whole big reserve, couldn't find him nowhere. You've got, what was it, FBI, you've got the Florida State Police, you've got helicopters in the air,
And his
drones.
Yep.
And then daddy pulls up there and him and
Yep.
mama walk down there and dad walks into the woods off camera. Mom stays in the camera view
And all
and
of a
he
sudden,
walks
comes
straight
with
in
that
there
bag.
and boom, there he is and finds the bag.
Yep. No, I'm
I
sorry.
don't believe it.
You're not going to convince me that kid is dead. You're not going to convince me.
And I think that the attorney knows people out of the country. I think Roberta knows people out of the country. I think Roberta and the attorney had something going on, and that the attorney's probably Brian's daddy. And I think they got him out of the country.
Yep.
So watching the Diddy
I
trial.
agree. I'll agree.
Sally Mae, you're killing me with the Egger jokes. Yeah, Sally made the last couple of times I have been live. Oh my god.
Like, you're crazy. Edgar is not alive. Edgar done
Wait,
fell off the mountain.
you know who Eggert is, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Edgar done fell off the mountain.
Egerton went from Eggert to a female, and I don't even know. I don't remember what his name is. Vapor, he probably does.
He
I
done
mean,
fell off the mountain.
oh my god.
You guys, I'll be right back. I just about peed myself. Jaden found use the toilet.
What'd you do?
I
What'd
heard her
she
say
do?
something about she almost peed herself. Metamom, yes, I know. That's why I'm trying to make it to midnight. Is Bubble still up, Betty Joe?
Yes.
Okay, because Metamom's birthday is in 10 minutes, so we can get Bubbles to sing happy birthday.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, I'm crying. Oh man. I was trying to tell you guys that Jaden used the toilet.
What'd you do to him?
I don't know what she's saying. She slapped him too hard.
I can't talk.
Oh my god.
Poor Jaden.
You should be ashamed.
You should. How dare you?
That's okay. Just wait
When
till
he
Auntie.
gets you back, you better not do anything
Just
to
wait.
him.
Auntie Scarlett is gonna have a convo with Jaden, and she's gonna wish she would have never messed with me or him, either one.
You better.
Just
If he
wait.
gets you back, you better not do nothing else.
Oh, he's gonna get her back. Don't worry.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna make sure of that.
Even
Well,
talk.
how many minutes we got? Because I'm gonna smoke a cigarette first.
It's only 11:52, so we've got what 8 minutes.
All right,
Wait, is that right? Y'all know my math don't math right after a certain time
Yeah,
of
we
day.
got-
so-
Yeah, 8 minutes.
Okay.
Oh man.
I got 8 minutes. There, I'll be right back, baby.
Oh, what is this? Wait, I can't zoom in. Damn it.
That was too good.
Oh, Jana posted 28 minutes ago on TikTok that Crystal's Law has passed through the third reading and hits the House floor June the 8th of 2025.
Oh, that's awesome. Yay, go Jana.
Hold on, commenting on it.
Oh man. My cheeks hurt.
Crystal would be so proud of her.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now what are we waiting for minutes? I couldn't hear you.
We got 7 minutes for Christy's birthday.
Oh. Okay.
It's because it's 11:53. So.
Oh, okay.
And then once Bubbles sings happy birthday to her and all that, then I'm gonna end it.
We get to hear Sweet Bubbles.
Yeah. Trying to look for something on TikTok.
You did not call your dad at almost midnight.
Avery, you tell him that Auntie Scarlett's gonna have a talk with him. We got to come up with a plan. Sally Mae, your birthday is Tuesday.
Breathe.
Okay, I need to get off of here because
Today's what, Thursday?
Today's Friday. Well, no, it's
now Friday.
Oh, wait. No, it ain't Friday yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta write down.
Sally's is Tuesday?
Yeah.
That's the 10th.
Is that the 10th?
Yeah.
Are you positive that's the 10th?
Yeah, because we go to, Jane has appointment the 11th on Wednesday.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm positive.
All right, and wait, somebody else says Sweet Melissa's birthday is Saturday. Okay.
Oh,
I gotta
dang.
get
The
another.
birthday.
Yeah, I've got to get another one of the big wall calendars that I used to have uh, to put everybody's birthday on it. Wait, what day is Saturday? Saturday's the 7th.
Hmm.
Yeah, Dan, it's Friday where you're at. You're an hour ahead of me, though.
Where's he from?
He's in Florida.
Oh, same time as me. Well, I don't know what part of Florida.
I don't know, but they still haven't got their power on down there from that hurricane last year.
I was just going to ask if he's the one that didn't have the power back yet.
Yep, that's him.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Let's see.
Well, yeah, he's in the same time zone as me.
Yeah.
It's almost 1 o'clock here.
What am I looking for? Oh, there we go. I was looking for a name and I couldn't find
It's
the
a
name.
rain.
Oh, fuck my duck. Okay. Or something that.
So is it like the whole town that he's in that doesn't have power? Or just where where his house is?
I want to say the whole area.
Wow. That's crazy. A year.
Let's see. Metamom, I was just about to ask you what was you talking about, but never mind. I already know now. Okay. Why is my likes not showing? All right, so it is showing that we don't have as many likes as we do people in here. So if y'all are in here and y'all hear my voice, please hit the thumbs up.
Pretty please.
Yeah, I even asked nicely. Okay, so only the coast has power outages.
Continue to die.
Okay.
Only where has what?
He said that only the coast has power outages.
Wow.
Metamom, it's her.
I'll put it on the charger.
Oh damn, I forgot if it's her daughter or her son. I don't remember.
Her daughter-in-law, right?
Okay.
I think it's
Yeah,
her daughter-in-law.
maybe. Okay, just on which is it though? Is it your daughter or your son? I can't even remember.
I swear it's her daughter-in-law. I'm positive.
Could be. I mean, that sounds right, the daughter-in-law, but I don't remember. All right, y'all. I'm not seeing them likes. Okay, it's her daughter-in-law. Okay. I am not seeing those likes go up, and I asked nicely.
The thumbs up.
What'd she say?
Hit the thumbs up.
Tell them, Bubbles. Tell them go hit the thumbs up. Tell them Aunt Scarlett even asked nicely, and they still ain't done it.
Girl, you about to get it.
Dan says my other light has power now. Well, Dan, hopefully it
Wow.
won't be too much longer before you get it.
Give me 1 second.
Total BS.
Okay. All right. It is now officially 12 o'clock on Friday. It's the 6th. Christy, happy birthday.
Search her over here.
Okay, but you got to sing happy birthday, okay? Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
She's calling her the name.
Go ahead.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christy. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, sweet.
Thank you, Bubbles.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I never said it.
Okay. I got to
Aw.
look in her tablet.
That's so
Your ta-
cute.
No, Mom, put the
you got to move.
Okay, I see 23 now. With 25 in here, so that means we are missing 2 likes, y'all. It is Christy's birthday. Come on. Let's get the likes up.
Because I got to move to bed.
Tiff, how are you? Okay, now I see 24. I don't know why when I refresh this, it's not updating.
Okay. Okay.
Don't move it.
All right, well, I'm going down.
Alrighty. Thank you, Elsie. Yeah, I'm
You guys,
about to go ahead and end it now as well because I've been on here for a little over 2 hours.
you guys have a good night.
You
You
too. Thank you for coming up, and you better not be doing nothing to Jaden either.
No.
Hey,
Don't-
HT, how are you?
Bye.
Or leave Jaden alone.
That's what I'm saying. You
No,
better leave him alone.
never.
Make me have to drive them 2 states. Oh, you girl, I need that information, that list with the information. I need it.
Okay. Okay.
This is
I'm on
serious.
it.
This is serious matter.
It is very serious. I agree.
Yes, I need it.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to jump down too.
Okay, well, have a good night, and thank you for coming up and tell Bubbles that Auntie Scarlett said thank you for singing happy birthday to Christy.
You're welcome. She's mad right now.
Why? What?
Her tablet died.
Betty Joe.
I'm trying to plug it in.
You are to show her when it gets to like 25%, like she needs to watch it. When it gets like 25%, that at that point she needs to charge it.
She's so hard-headed.
But that'll give her some type of responsibility, to keep it charged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to jump down so I can.
All right.
Do
Well, have a
this.
good night.
All right. Good night.
Good night. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here as well. Thank y'all all for coming and hanging out. I will be back tonight, probably 10 or 10:30. See, King, I can only see 24, but I have to refresh it, and then it takes it a few seconds to update. So I'm out of here for the night. I love you all. If anybody's in the path of these storms that's going through, y'all be safe, please. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later on.